Hey chosen ones, are you ready to realize the impact this awakening is having? Not just on you, but on everyone around you, including your enemies? The thing is, when you awaken to your true potential, your enemies are forced to face something they weren't prepared for. It's brutal, it's shocking, and it's completely necessary. Your transformation has triggered something bigger than you even realize. It's like you've become a mirror to everything they've been hiding from, everything they've been avoiding. Your success, your growth, your strength. It shines a light on their darkest fears. This isn't just about personal growth. It's about the ripple effect your awakening causes. The people who once doubted you, criticized you, or even tried to bring you down are now being forced to confront their own limitations. They can't escape it anymore. When you start to truly step into your power, it's like everything around you shifts, including the people who may have tried to hold you back. Let's face it, you've been through a lot to get to this point. You've had to let go of old beliefs, old patterns, and even old relationships. The moment you broke free from those chains, you unknowingly began to expose the weaknesses in the world around you. For some, this is a harsh awakening. They thought they knew who you were. They thought they understood your limits. But when you stop conforming to their expectations, when you start aligning with your higher self, that's when things get real. Your enemies weren't ready for this version of you. The version that knows their tricks, understands their mind games, and is no longer affected by their negativity. It's almost like they've been caught off guard. They thought they had the upper hand, but now, as you rise, they realize they can't touch you. They've underestimated you for far too long, and now it's their turn to face the consequences of their actions. But here's the thing. This wasn't just a blow to them. It was a wake-up call for everyone involved. You see, when you start to operate from your highest self, you send out vibrations that impact the world around you. Your energy is powerful, it's unstoppable, and whether people want to admit it or not, they're affected by it. Your enemies are seeing you evolve, and it's shaking them to their core. You've become a mirror, showing them everything they've been running from, and that's terrifying, but it's necessary. People can't change if they're not forced to confront the truth. And right now, you are the truth. Your presence, your growth, and your refusal to be held back is pushing them to see their own shortcomings. They now have to face their own choices, their own actions, and the way they've treated you. They wanted to keep you small. They wanted to keep you in a box that they could control. But you've broken free. And in doing so, you've unleashed a level of power that they never saw coming. They thought they could hold you down, but now they realize they've been the ones in the trap all along. Your success is a mirror reflecting their own failures, and they have no choice but to see it. This awakening isn't just about you. It's about everyone who's been involved in your journey. Your transformation is creating a ripple effect that's touching everyone around you, whether they realize it or not. Your enemies are waking up to the reality that you're not the same person they once knew. You've evolved, and they can no longer control the narrative. Now, here's where it gets interesting. When you truly step into your power, the universe aligns to support you. It's like all the pieces of the puzzle start coming together. You find yourself attracting the right people, the right opportunities, and the right circumstances that help you grow even further. And your enemies? They may try to resist it. They may try to push back. But it doesn't matter. They're powerless against the force of your evolution. The thing about your enemies is, they don't fully understand what you've gone through. They haven't seen the sleepless nights, the moments of doubt, or the sacrifices you've made to get to where you are. All they see is the end result, the person who's confident, unapologetic, and thriving. And that's exactly what terrifies them. They never thought you would make it this far. But now that you have, they're left in shock, scrambling to catch up with the person they once thought was easy to control. This awakening is brutal for them because it forces them to confront their own fears. They thought they had the power, the control, and the upper hand. But when you awaken to your true self, you strip them of their illusion. They're no longer in charge. They can no longer dictate your story, and that's a harsh reality for them to face. But here's the beauty of it all. This isn't about revenge. This is about you stepping into your power and owning your truth. This is about you no longer allowing anyone to hold you back. It's about recognizing your worth and your value. And when you do that, you'll see just how powerful you really are. So, to all those who tried to stop you, who doubted you, and who wanted to keep you in the shadows, the awakening you've experienced is a wake-up call for them. They may not admit it, but they're seeing you for who you truly are now. And that's something they'll never forget. The path you've walked has been difficult. It hasn't been easy, but it's been worth it. And now, as you rise, the world around you has no choice but to rise with you. Your enemies? They'll either fall away or they'll be forced to change. But either way, their hold over you is gone. You are the one in control now. This is your moment. This is your time. And no one, absolutely no one, can take that from you. Keep moving forward, keep rising, and keep shining. The world is finally seeing the real you, and nothing is more powerful than that. Your enemies can't touch you anymore. They can't stop you. And that's the most brutal awakening they'll ever experience. Your enemies, however, may still not fully understand the depth of your transformation. They may think this is just a phase, or they may convince themselves that it won't last. But what they fail to realize is that this shift in you is permanent. It's not something that can be undone. The changes you've made are irreversible, and that's what scares them. The power they once held over you is gone. They are left in a state of confusion, trying to figure out how to regain control. But the truth is, they never had control to begin with. They just thought they did. This awakening is also a reminder of the strength and resilience that lies within you. You've faced adversity and challenges, but you've come through stronger and more confident. And with that strength comes a sense of freedom. You're no longer confined to the old ways of thinking, the old patterns that used to define you. You've outgrown them, and you've made room for something new, something greater. This new chapter is one where you stand tall in your power, and no one, not even your enemies, can take that away from you. The road ahead may not always be easy, but it will be filled with growth and discovery. Every challenge that comes your way is an opportunity to strengthen your resolve. Every person who tries to bring you down is just another reminder of how far you've come. The world may have underestimated you, but you've already shown that you are capable of more than they could ever imagine. And as you continue to rise, so too will the opportunities that align with your true self. So, what happens now? The world is yours for the taking. You are the one in control of your narrative. And as you continue to grow, evolve, and step into your purpose, your enemies will have no choice but to watch from the sidelines. They will see you thrive, and they will see the person they tried to keep down become someone they can no longer touch. You've awakened to your true potential. Your enemies? They can either adapt and face the truth, or they'll remain stuck in the past, forever haunted by the vision of the person you've become. Either way, you are the one who holds the power now. You've shown them what it means to stand in your truth, to trust yourself, and to never back down. And this is just the start. The world is yours to conquer, and with each step forward, you'll leave behind a trail of those who tried to bring you down. Thank you for being here today. If you found this video helpful, take a moment to like it and share it with someone who might benefit from hearing this message. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on more powerful content like this. Let's keep the momentum going, and let's continue rising together. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Let's keep the conversation going.